Gentle Giants, welcome back to our channel.
Hey Gentle Giants, welcome back to our channel.
We're back with another video and it is another 3 myths about marriage.
Yeah.
Has it always been 3? We were always doing 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 myths about marriage. I don't know if this is under Q2 with M&S. I probably asked the same question in the
all
first.
the time.
But yeah, we're back with another 3 myths about marriage. We're just sharing with you guys what we feel are myths, things that aren't necessarily true, and we just feel like go away with it already.
Yeah.
Okay, so also a bit of guidance for people who are looking to get married. Use it, don't use it. Don't crucify us. This is our opinion. Okay. Yeah. So without wasting any more time, do I have a question to ask the Gentle Giants? No.
No.
We don't have to ask them anything. But anyways, before we continue with this video, while we're speaking about the myths, if you have something to say, don't forget to pause the video, comment down below, let us know what you think, and carry on watching the video.
Yeah. It looks so pretty, baby.
Thanks, baby. I feel so...
Like green looks some type of way on you. I really like it.
Some type of way on me.
Depths.
What I want to say is I'm feeling so weird because last week Thursday we had a live video. So
it's like
yeah, I haven't been here in a while, yeah. But any which way, let's get into it.
Yeah. Okay, so the first myth, alright? The first myth is a very common myth. And this myth states that in order for a marriage to work and in order for a marriage to be successful, the husband needs to earn more than the wife. And we believe that, or we think that this is a myth.
Before we even go, are we still there?
Leave people. We're gonna deal with them just now. We are gonna deal with them just now.
Are we still that close-minded? Are we? You know what? Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, so that's the particular myth, that in order for marriage to work, the husband has to earn more than the wife. And we believe that this is a myth and not necessarily true, because we've seen so many relationships, so many marriages that have been successful from both young people and old people, and some people even in our families that we've seen so many successful marriages from, where the husband didn't necessarily earn as much as the wife. And I personally feel like people that actually believe that, or couples or marriages that have fallen victim to this particular myth, are probably couples that didn't go about discussing their finances the right way and having open conversations about their finances and all those type of things. I remember in our premarital counseling, we spoke about finances. We spoke about the fact that if I were to lose a job, what's going to happen? If my wife were to earn more than me, what's going to happen? And all those type of things. So I feel like people that have fallen victim to this particular myth may have been couples that didn't go about the right way discussing their finances and all those type of things. I don't know.
Yeah.
However, okay, yeah.
And just to add on to what you're saying, we'll see. Premarital counseling, we went through if he were to lose a job, or what's gonna happen, how is he gonna feel?
Yeah.
If he were to, if I were to earn more than him, what's gonna happen? How? And it's very easy to speak without being in that specific situation. I get it. I get it, nah? But I think it's very crucial and it's very important to prepare yourself of such things. I know you can only do so much preparation, but speak about those things, have those conversations, have the uncomfortable conversations about finances, have the conversation with your priest if you must, with your I wouldn't say with your family. Don't have it with your family. Don't have it with your family. Have it with a very neutral person, you know. But have those conversations. I know we can only prepare as to a certain extent, but at least you're somewhat prepared if anything like that happens. Yeah,
and I think having the continuous conversation. I know a lot of people, when you discuss premarital counseling things or whatever discussions, it all ends there. But it needs to be a continuous conversation, discuss those things on a regular basis and all those type of things.
Yeah.
But still sticking with this myth, one of my biggest concerns, or actually one of our biggest concerns when it comes to this particular myth, is the actual destruction this myth has caused our communities, our societies, and the world we live in. And this has been a myth that has somewhat contributed to gender-based violence. And even though people don't really think of it that way or immediately link the two, but this is what has caused gender-based violence, in the sense that I've seen or heard a lot of guys speak about this. I've even heard fathers tell their kids that you should never allow a woman to earn more than you.
Yeah.
You should not make them like take over the house and all those type of things. Like that mentality that they've always fed their kids and all those type of things. It is the same mentality that has contributed to gender-based violence, in the sense that those kids that you've raised to think that way and feel that way are the same kids that when your wife, for example, if your wife starts earning more than you, maybe they get a promotion at work and they start earning more than you, or maybe they get a business and a side hustle and all those type of things, and they start earning more than you, then the guy will end up feeling like, you know what, in order for me to regain my power in this household, I need to remind this person who's boss in this house by implementing gender-based violence, by beating their wives up and all those type of things. So I think it's very important to kind of learn and try and unlearn certain things that we've been taught. Maybe some of those things have probably come from a good place and encouraging you to work hard, but I think the way they went about it isn't good, because
but either way, if Mzwandile, if it were to come to a point where you and I, for example, if your parents have always told you to work harder, you know, let's say you've worked your hardest, but I still earn more than you. There's not much you can do. You can't like really benchmark Gusti. I'm not working hard enough because I'm not earning more than her. You get what I'm saying? And to that point of to your point of encouraging gender-based violence to a certain extent, I think it's really a point I didn't think of. It's a good point. It's a good point.
Thank you.
It's a good point. I didn't really see it that way as well. And it's little things, guys. It's really little things that really become a cycle. That teaches your kids, or teaches yourself while you're still young. Teaches your mind to think a certain way, to do things a certain. It really is in the little things that form.
Particular bad habits.
That form crazy habits. So
and all those things, I think that type of mentality and all these things need to end with us. It all needs to end with us. We need to change the mentality and the way we think moving forward. And
definitely, guys. I just feel like if you're in a marriage or relationship, Obani earns more, it should not mean a thing. Or like if that other person earns more, whichever person is in the marriage, it's great. More money in the household, you know, it's amazing. It really shouldn't matter. It shouldn't be a thing. Stop making it a thing. Also, if it is your choice to find someone who earns more than you, then I guess people have their choices. But in the way, marriages won't succeed because marriages won't succeed if a female earns more. That is just bullcrap, and you must censor that out. At least I don't say okay, censor this out.
Wow.
but guys. Okay, second point. We spent a lot of time on this point. Second point. Your marriage will not succeed if you do not have the blessings of your parents or your family.
This one, guys.
Okay, let's get into it. Guys, personally for us, we just feel like the blessing of your parents or your family is nice to have. It's nice to have if they accept your partner. It's nice to have if they like your partner. It's nice to have if they give you a blessing. But your marriage does not lie in the hands of their blessings. Let us stop giving people so much power when it comes to our happiness. Also, you guys know that I'm a huge advocate of self-love, self-love. So it also just goes back to that. Let us stop giving people so much power when it comes to our happiness, comes to our destinies, comes to what we have. If they don't give you a blessing, it's sad. Yes, it is sad. But how you do? Like, honestly, like, I just feel like, don't deprive yourself of an amazing relationship. Don't deprive yourself of an amazing marriage, of a great life with your best friend, just because omunye umuntu akaboni lento oyibonayo, just because omunye umuntu does not see the beauty in what you're seeing. You know, at the end of the day, it is your life. It's your choice. If there's red flags that you're not seeing and other people are seeing them, then I guess it's your lesson to learn at the end of the day. But let's stop. Honestly, stop it. Stop it. With self-love, with your marriage, with your relationship, with everything. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, marriage needs pretty much 3 members. It's you, your partner, and God.
Amen.
Really, this thing of giving people so much power in a relationship.
3.
My mom doesn't like my wife, or my dad doesn't like my husband, and all those type of things. We need to stop giving people power and feeling like it won't succeed if they don't like our significant others. Yes, to some extent we will be touched that why doesn't your mom love me? Why doesn't your uncle or whatever like me, and all those type of things? But at the end of the day, those are the challenges of life. Not everyone's gonna like you in the world either way. So we just need to keep it moving, and
if there's abundant love, abundant understanding, abundant everything, if you're content with your relationship, then really that other person's opinion will mean zilch.
Yeah, that's true. Then the third and last myth states that, and this is another common myth, right? And it's not necessarily unique to marriage, but we're going to discuss it in the context of marriage and relationships. And this myth states that a woman, or wife in this particular instance, belongs in the kitchen. Like, that's where she belongs. She has no business elsewhere but in the kitchen, cooking and cleaning. That's all. And the problem with this myth, like it is a total myth. Point number 1. And like, it bothers me that there are so many people that still think that way and see things that way. But that is a total myth. And a lot of people have, to some extent, let go of potential partners because maybe they can't cook, they can't clean. And this is some of the mentalities that we get fed by our parents, that makoti o tshwanetse a clean, they must be a good cook. It's the common, because suits is like complaining that way. No, I'm kidding. But that's what they generally say, that a makoti, a wife, needs to be able to cook and clean. Then you now think of, my wife can't cook, or my future wife can't cook, they can't clean.
So I can't go.
Yeah, and I can't take her home because they won't support our relationship.
That is another thing. So what you're saying is also really connected to I won't get the blessing of my parents because my wife
is a particular way.
She can't cook. It also is connected to gender-based violence, because if now the wife decides, you know what, I just feel like this wifely duties thing is not for me, you know, I want to go into the corporate world, or I want to have business, or I want to do whatever, then the wife starts, you know, doing her
and being a strong
woman, exactly. And then the husband is gonna feel like, you know, it's finaga shower to get back into place, get back into the kitchen, and it's just they just feel really emasculated. I think that's another reason why a wife belongs in the kitchen. They feel emasculated, they feel undermined if they're not in the kitchen. Also, it comes from a lot of cultural constructs. Yeah, so I think that okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just think that we still have a long way to go. We're moving in the right direction, yes, because we have people like Mzwandile and Siza
to plug you
to be having these conversations, to be being open with you, just to show you guys how beautiful marriage can be if we're doing it the right way. Because I just feel like there's a lot of negativity when it comes to marriage, because of these myths that surround marriage, right? So we need to unlearn certain things. We need to have these conversations with our friends, with our families. We need to grow a whole different generation from now on. And those are the 3 myths. Just don't forget to continue the conversation in the comment section down below. What do you think? What are your views on what we just said? Do you agree with us? Do you not agree with us?
Yeah. And let us know some of the myths that you guys may know of.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. And we're going to continue to have this conversation. It's a very important conversation. A lot of these things actually need to end with us in order for us to have a different future, a different light towards marriage and family building and all those type of things. So yeah, man, we thoroughly hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do subscribe, join the family. And yeah, man.
And become a gentle giant.
And become a gentle giant. We all want to be gentle giants. So
I mean, who does not want
subscribe and become a gentle giant. And without any further ado, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.